So here we are having now the PMOS. So this is your PMOS. So in this case, you are having N substrate and you are having the P impurities. So on one side, you are having the enhancement mode, and on the other side, you are having the depletion mode. As you can see in here, the channel is already present. So you have to remove the channel. On this side, there is no channel. Yeah. So what happens in the PMOS enhancement mode? The substrate is of N-type material and the source and the drain diffusions are consequently P-type. Another is the application of negative voltage. Okay, with the application of negative voltage of suitable magnitude between the gate and source. Between the gate and source will give rise to the formation of P-type channel between the source and drain. Here a channel will be formed and current may then flow if drain is made negative with respect to source. Now you have to keep in mind that in this case the current is carried by holes. Clear? And another thing, this PMOS transistors. PMOS transistors are slower than NMOS because the hole mobility is less by a factor of approximately 2.5 than the electron mobility. So let's move forward. So let me read out the theory. The depletion mode devices are doped so that a channel exists even with zero voltage from gate to source during manufacturing of the device. Hence, the channel always appears in the device. So this is what we have already discussed. To control the channel, a negative voltage is applied to the gate, depleting the channel, which reduces the current flow through the device. The depletion mode devices is equivalent to a closed switch that can be written as a on, as a switch, on-off switch. So it can be think of as a closed switch, while the enhancement mode device does not have the built-in channel. So that will be equivalent to a open switch. Clear? Depletion mode is a closed switch. Enhancement mode is an open switch. Due to difficulty of turning off the depletion mode devices, they are rarely used. So this is another thing you have to keep in mind. So let's move forward. So working of the enhancement mode transistor. The enhancement mode devices does not have the inbuilt channel. This is what we have just seen. There is no channel. Channel is not present in them, so you have to provide a channel. So by applying the required potentials, the channel can be formed. Also, for the MOS devices, there is a threshold voltage, that is VT. We call it VT, below which not enough charges will be attracted for the channel to be formed. This threshold voltage for a MOS transistor is a function of doping levels and the thickness of the oxide layer. So these two things will determine the threshold voltage for your MOS transistor, the doping levels and the thickness of the oxide layer. Now there are few cases. Let's start with case 1. When your VGS is 0 and VGS is less than VT, that is VT is your threshold voltage. In this case, your device is non-conducting. When no gate voltage is applied. Okay, gate voltage is applied with respect to the source. So we write it as VGS. VGS equal to 0 or VGS is less than your threshold voltage. And also the drain source voltage is 0. That is VDS is also 0. With an insufficient voltage on the gate to establish the channel region as N-type, there will be no conduction between the source and drain. Since there is no conducting channel, there is no current drawn. That is, in this case, your IDS will be 0. That is drain source current, IDS is 0. And the device is said to be in cutoff region. So this is the same cutoff region as we have studied in the BJTs. So there were 3 regions. So this is the cutoff region. So this is as shown in the diagram. So you are having this gate source voltage 0, or we can also write that this gate source voltage is less than the threshold voltage. Your drain source voltage is also 0. Because that voltage is 0, your IDS is 0. Clear? So IDS is 0, and in this case your MOSFET will be in cutoff region. So let's move forward. Second case. So in the second case, your VGS is greater than VT. So in the second case, your the things which you are applying at the voltage, that is between the gate and the source, that is greater than your threshold. So when a minimum voltage greater than the threshold voltage, that is VGS greater than VT is applied, a high concentration of negative charge carriers form an inversion layer located by a thin layer next to the interference between the semiconductor and the oxide layer. So a layer will be formed of charge carriers. This forms a channel between the source and the drain of the transistor. So you can observe in this diagram that when VGS is greater than or approximately equal to VT, then there is a layer formed as shown by the dotted lines. A positive VDS. So here is a positive VDS reverse biases the drain substrate channel. Hence the depletion region between the drain widens, and since the drain is adjacent to the gate edge, the depletion region widens in the channel. So this is shown in the next diagram, and this results in the flow of electrons from source to drain and resulting in the IDS current. So a channel will be formed and there will be flow of current, that is IDS, between the source and drain. So this device is said to operate in the linear region during this phase. First was the cutoff, now is the linear. Further, so this is the linear region. This VGS greater than VT and your VDS is also greater than 0. So there will be a linear region. Next comes the further increase in VDS. If you further increase the drain source voltage, it will increase the reverse bias on the drain substrate junction in contact with the inversion layer, which causes inversion layer density to decrease. The point at which the inversion layer density becomes very small, that means approximately 0, at the drain end is termed as the pinch off. So it is the pinch off value. The value of the drain source voltage at pinch off is denoted as VDS SAT. SAT is for saturation. And this term is called saturation region for the MOS device. Clear? So third region is your saturation region. So the saturation region of the device. Diffusion current completes the path from source to drain in this case, causing the channel to exhibit a high resistance and behaves as a constant current source. So your device will be now in the saturation state. This is your NMOS enhancement transistor. This diagram shows. So we are having the source, the drain, the gate. Substrate is there. Again, the next diagram gives you, so what we have already discussed these things, the creation of a inversion layer in the N transistor. So the layer formation is shown. So you are having this P substrate, and here the inversion layer is being formed. Okay. So all these are the layers in the MOS. We are having the polysilicon gate, the silicon dioxide, that is the insulator, and this is the inversion layer being formed, field induced PN junction, and initial very narrow inversion layer. It is shown here. Small layer is there, but because of few negative charges, but on this right hand side a complete inversion layer is being formed. Because that is now the thick one, earlier was the thin one. So this is just the diagram showing that we have already discussed. So this is also the diagram of forming of the inversion layers. So this is NMOS device. So you can observe same things. The P substrate is there. There is the source, the drain, and the gate, and the depletion layer, and that is the layer between the source and the drain, just below the gate. Okay, and the conditions have been written here: VGS greater than or equal to VT, and VDS equal to 0. So this is what we have already discussed. And in the next diagram, there is the inversion layer being formed, and this is the pinch off. The value will be pinched off. So this is so these diagrams just illustrates the things which we have discussed in the previous slides. This is also we have already discussed the region of operation. So we have discussed the 3 regions. So let's read it out. The normal conduction characteristics of a MOS transistor can be categorized as cutoff region, that is the first one, then linear, and then saturation. Cutoff region is the region where the current flow is due to what is termed as the source drain leakage current. And second one is the linear region, the region of weak inversion where the drain current increases linearly with the gate voltage. As the gate voltage is applied, there will be a linear increase of your drain current. And saturation region, third one, in this the channel is strongly inverted and the drain current is independent of the drain voltage. Okay, so a saturation state has been achieved. So now the current will not depend upon the voltage. And there is one another thing, an abnormal conduction condition called the avalanche breakdown, or we call it punch through, can occur if very high voltages are applied to the drain, and under these circumstances the gate has no control over the drain current. So this is the same thing which we have done in the simple transistor also, that is the avalanche breakdown. In that case your drain current is not under the control of your gate. Okay. So next is the VI characteristics. The MOS VI characteristics are shown here. For VGS less than VT, the drain current is 0 and the device is in cutoff. So this is a thing we have already discussed. As the VDS increases at a fixed VGS, ID increases in a linear range. So this is the second region we have just discussed, due to the increased lateral field, but at a decreasing rate since the inversion layer density is decreasing. And once this pitch off is reached, then your saturation will come. Further increase in VDS results in increase in ID. Okay, due to the formation of high field region, which is very small. The device starts in linear region and moves into the saturation region at a higher VDS. So this is what we have just read out. So you are having the cutoff region when your VGS is equal to VT. Then comes the linear region when there will be a linear increase in the current. And once your saturation region has been achieved, then your current does not affect on the applied gate source voltage. So that was for NMOS. Similarly, the PMOS. In PMOS, everything will be the reverse. Now you are having the N substrate and the P dopings for source and drain. Gate will be in the center. So same things you have to do for P. Another term is your threshold voltage adjustment. So you should be knowing what is this. So let me read it out for you. It is often necessary to adjust the original threshold voltage of a device. Two common techniques used for the adjustment of threshold voltage entail varying the doping concentration of the silicon insulator interface through ion implantation. That is one thing. Okay. Or using different insulating material for the gate. That is the second thing. So there are two ways in which your threshold voltage can be adjusted. Either the doping concentration can be varied, or the insulating material that is used for the gate has to be varied. So in the latter approach, a layer of silicon nitride is combined with a layer of silicon dioxide, resulting in an effective relative permittivity of about 6, which is substantially larger than the dielectric constant of silicon dioxide. Consequently, for the same thickness as an insulating layer consisting only of silicon dioxide, the dual dielectric process will be electrically equivalent to the thinner layer of silicon dioxide. So this is related to the how this thing can be done. So we have illustrated two things. With the variation of any of these two, so we have listed these two things, the doping concentrations and the material. So here we have highlighted that how the material can be varied. Clear? So in order to prevent the surface of the silicon from inverting under the regions between the transistors, the threshold voltage in these field regions is increased by heavily doped diffusions, implants of silicon surface, or by making the oxide layer very, very thick. The MOS transistors are self-isolating so long as the surface of silicon may be inverted under the gate, but not in the regions between the devices at normal circuit voltages. So this is just the explanation of the above point. So you people have to keep in mind only this thing. There are two ways in which you can vary your threshold voltage. Okay, that is VT.